And we're live for a second helping of Sunday. Fun day, fun day. This is none of what I'm looking for. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American civil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God. I am the LILITH reincarnated. Today is God's Sunday, fun day, fun day, fun day. What a fun day, Don. Anyways, in order to keep up with me, there's a lot of you new people. You're to catch what I posted my community page, my last couple of shorts, and don't forget my last lives. What are we talking about? Well, hell. I was going to do the religious studies, but then I looked up, I sat down, and there's still all these light cards, so I figured we'll blow through that and see what else we can get through. We're going to do some religious studies today, too, though. Really? Because I said so. Well, I didn't say so. Of God's day. Fun day, fun day, fun day. Hey, bro. So I just posted fucking Marshall's scary-ass fucking Kim song, right? It's all scary and fun until you realize, isn't it really chilling, Marshall? Isn't that chilling? That you wrote that song to your own experiences, but then you heard my story. God, bro. Why do you think people resonate with you on such a psychotic level? Because the psychedelic life he gave you, he gave to many of us. Isn't that some bullshit, bro? I was listening to that song, and it's like, ugh, it hits different when you know the details and from the fucking girl on the other side. My yin to my yang, huh? Anyways. Psychos. What a way to start the day. It's like, are we having an endurance test here? What happened? Baby daddy number one. Fucking psycho number one showed up in my DMs. It's not even the fact, it doesn't even matter what he said, but what he said was even worse than even just showing up to begin with. Like, you're a fucking lunatic. How many times in how many years of this life do I have to tell you to leave me alone? This fucking lunatic. I spoke about this lunatic the other day. Her mother, and they talk about their brothers and sisters, doesn't invite you into my house. Welcome to my house. In the sense of, you know what I mean? My kids have my two here, my teenagers, have a good connection with my older kids. And he's in the middle of it, like he wants to be part of the family and shit. Bro, who the fuck? And how many fucking Facebooks do you... So anyways, block his bitch ass, again, for the umpteenth time. And I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, how many times have I blocked you? And as I'm looking at that, I'm like, damn, I done blocked baby daddy number two like twice as many times as you. And this dude still finds me. And then I dropped all... You motherfucking faggots are fucking fun. It is how that story ended. Remember, Marshall? I told you. I cheated on him. Just to pay him back. And he spent the night getting drunk with that dude. And he came back to Tijuana, and I was there. And he beat the fucking living crap out of me. And I was trying to figure out how long I was knocked out for. Drugged me all over by my braids and all of that shit. And I woke up and I had to leave. I told you the story. I left. I left Fluffy. And he said he ate my dog. It's not funny. That was my life. Yeah, you have your own story, but I feel like mine's worse than yours, so stop crying about it. What a waste. We healed that, right? Did you feel it? That's just it. It's like you're trying to blow some fucking smoke up my ass right now here, Kobe. All right, I'm going to blow it out my mouth. Breathe. That's what it was. I was pretty pissed. I was irritated. What did he say? I can't even make it up. You want to see it? I'm not even going to. He doesn't know how to spell. They're idiots. This is the education level of a fucking 14-year-old or less. He didn't go back to school. Maybe he did. I think he fucking cheated. He used to be smart. Anyways, it didn't spell. He's like, twerk it. I don't know if that's what he meant to say. But that's what I got on the other end. I was like, what? Who are you talking? Oh, God. Are you still alive? Dude, I don't even... Is this the Holy Spirit fucking with me? Like... Let's move on. Let's move on. Anyways, so in my... Talk about a shadow, guys. You just wish that people didn't know. And then they like post them. I was like, yeah, go look up these fucking flamers. Look at the biggest mistakes of my life. Just, you know, that's what I told Diana. I was like, you know what the problem is, right? Let me tell you what the problem is. In these videos that you're going to learn all of God's wonders and all of the mysticism and all of the secrets of the universe, you hear every single shadow and layer of part of my existence and all and suffering and shame and humiliation. And they're like, that's what makes a good story. Shut up, bro. Fuck your story. Anyways, it's my story, but whatever. And people tried to imitate that and try to take their fucking childhood trauma and put it into their art, and it came out really disgusting. And I kind of look at my own like, oh, man. When you realize that all these people are looking into, you know, every part of my life, it's kind of like a little nerve-wracking. But at the same time, this is what God said, you know? So like I told her, it's like, I've been making videos forever. Just like one day, I will share this with people and it'll change their life. Well, there's a lot of eyes on me, and it's meant to do that. But at the same time, when you realize that they're like lifting up your skirt and they're like, you know, it's a whole alien invasion. That's the perfect term, because they all came from the alien post. It was an alien invasion. Motherfucking shit. That was good shit right there. Hey, you want to talk about some other aliens? I was going to talk about these guys. It came up in our video last night. Why? I don't know. It stood out to me, which was actually totally... We were in this... I guess we should probably read both. Fuck me. I was going through these yesterday, teaching you crystals and bullshit. And when I got right here to Bath Kool, I was like, we need to talk about him. I didn't realize he was number 17. But something told me when I saw Bath Kool, I was like, we need to talk about it. Why? Because it's a fucking frequency. Energy and shit. It's an actual field. So I guess we should probably talk about it in both books, huh? Fuck me, right? Damn it. Well, I'm trying to be less Lilith, more Shekinah, so... I was really trying to teach you about another alien life form, the Lumerians. I think you'll like them. If you like the Palladians, you'll love the Lumerians. Go get you a Lumerian seed clear quartz crystals to help you with your shadow work. Along with that, you're supposed to have a black tourmaline, obsidian, or what do they say? Onyx. All right, we need number 17, please. Please and thank you. Not 7, 17. Thank you. Ascending Masters? No, maybe, possibly. 15, 18. They're hiding. Ooh, that's cool. Authentic voice. That makes sense. Okay. Well, again, that's what stood out to me. How do you know? Everybody always asks me, how do you know what to do? I don't know, bro. I go with whatever feels easiest. I go with what feels, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't feel like it's going to be a hassle. I don't do, you know. It's like, oh, you want to do this? Doesn't feel like that's going to be a good thing today. I do want to do it, but it doesn't feel like today's the day for that bullshit. Kind of shit like that. It's all about feelings. So I can show you, I've made many videos of how I pull the cards. I'll show you. I just dig. I look at it and I'm like, yeah, this feels right. This one, oh, they're telling me. Oh, I just saw. You know what I mean? So, this is another crystal, which is an aquamarine. I have plenty of those. I don't know, everywhere. They're these little green ones. That was a dumb answer. Let me read it from here before we go crystal fucking mining. The White Oracles, you're going to notice most of these are all by her. She's a safe bet, bro. She, like, literally gets all kinds of transmit. She's like fucking the Hermes, bro. I think she's like Hermes, really. Talk about a messenger of God. She's a scribe. She has to write all this shit down. She's that person I tell, write this down, Holy Spirit. In all my videos, you hear it. And really, it's probably Marshall. I tell him all the time, Marshall, write this down. Oh, damn, I turned to a 10. Ain't that some shit? Number 8. I'll find your card. Well, we were on number 6, which was Shekinah, but I don't... Damn it, Beavis. Well, give me a minute. Oh, man. Now we're going through all of these. You know, you don't have to do this to me all the time. I want to see some stupid synchronicities. I'm a yogini, and I live on 285, which is Hampton Avenue. The mandala of the heart is 528 hertz. I live in Colorado. It's the elevation of 5,280 feet. We call it the 5280. Number 17 is one of my numbers. Just want to show you this stupid shit. Why? Because it's going to talk to you like it does me. Why? 7 blessings. Ow. Alright, we're taking too long. Oh, Parvati. We pulled Parvati in our 10-day. I feel the 10 days shifting. Has it been 10 days? Obviously, I feel it shifting. Queen Maeve. Alright, we just got another transmission. Why? Because we got this fucked up book in their addictions. We're supposed to be dealing with people in their addictions. Shit. What are you addicted to? Let's see. This is not helpful right now. We're supposed to be looking for Bath Kool. Archangel Bellow. What was the number? There he is. Or she. Or they. Or them. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know all the entities. I always say they, bro. Entities are... They could be in any shape or form. It's a spirit. It's an energy. It's whatever you... Please. You need to stress me out too early in the video. Alright. Well, what's this word, Marshall? What is that? Okay. I'll try. Ashwu. Are you speaking tongues? I guess. Ashwu, complicated explanations. As you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart, gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Oh, I've done my job. You will hear me in every single video. That's all I'm supposed to do for the next 55 years of my life. Is tell you to leave that's no longer serving you. Can I clock out for the day now, please? And thank you. Alright, anyways. To gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Oh yeah, and I shared Michael Jackson. He is like literally the frequency of love. Like, I don't know what kind of evil being you are that can put on Michael Jackson and not flinch. Really? Yeah, he's the frequency of love. You can argue with me, but I'm not going to hear you. I am telling you that Archangel Michael took form in that man. His job was to spread love. Using what? His voice. Just like us. Heal the world. Make it. Oh man, if there's a spirit that haunts me since the beginning, and that's why I said I don't know if it was Michael Jackson or Pac. I don't know which one came first. But Michael Jackson will never ever leave me alone. That's why I make jokes. I was like, I'm never alone. There's always Michael Jackson. You don't have to understand it. You'll hear him in all my... I mean, bro, for real? I swear, I can't tell you who came first, and neither one of them are going anywhere. One is an angel, an archangel. Anyways, just had to tell you that. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. And this is all about it. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. And that's me. Do you resonate with me? Divine Oracle, the daughter of the divine voice. Oh, you're me, and I am you. The pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers in your heart, you feel It's an inner knowing, a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear or moving in unexpected directions. Even so, the deep resonance of her truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by spirit. It's being guided by your intuition. Called a Bath Kool spirit that's talking, working with you. Simplistic things. All right, so I was guided to get my ass up in the middle of nowhere and take my fucking punk ass, jump on the bus, and go to fucking some food and all this shit. Just like, yeah, let's just do it like right now. Like right now is the time to go. Okay. And then I get out there and the sun is beating. I find it very curious. My daughter's like, is it hot out? I was like, not when I was in the shade. It was beautiful. But at the same time, I'm wearing, a sleeveless freaking onesie. And then she comes out in a little halter top. And I'm beginning to think that we have enough skin exposed that I think we're about to get blasted with some sun. And sure enough, I'm sitting there at the bus stop. And I'm getting one hell of a fucking suntan. And I'm like, well, this is nice. I was like, why did I do this? It's like, because you needed to do this. You needed to get out. You needed to take care of these things. And that's that voice in your heart. But you're kind of like, why? And then it starts coming in the nurture. It's like, if you didn't sit out here and get some sun today, you weren't going to get out in the sun anyways. Good point. And at that time, well, the sun is just beaming me like I'm getting like a mini suntan. And she did too. For real? Yeah. And I'd be like, God, you're just, dragging me around like this, just like a leash. That's really what it is. It's like you just felt inclined to do something spontaneous. It's not really. Depending on if it came from your thoughts or your heart. You know what I mean? Your heart, it's when it's time to go. It's time to go. The spiritual voice of Bath Kool, and it's so funny because that's what I went to go get. It was a bunch of fucking bath salts and bath shit. And it was a bunch of oatmeal shit. And damn, dude, I came out of there. I took the bath, and then I came out and I covered myself in some fucking lavender fucking lotion. And I felt like, dude, like I drank like a gallon of melatonin. I was so fucking chill. Like super chill right now. The spiritual voice of Bath Kool is always true, always healing, always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working towards a spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound and the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells us what shall be, but through speaking of the higher potential creates a blessing which manifests in the ultimate goodness within us. That's why people see me, they're like, how do you manifest so quickly? Because I manifest off of a real vision. I already see it's done, so I take the steps to make it happen. And if I already know it's done, and I can only do so much, that means I don't chase it. I've already seen that it's done. Meaning, like I said, like earlier's vision was amazing. I've seen lots of the auditorium of how I put on this unbelievable, conducted, like a total, beautiful, I don't even know what to call it. It's not a performance, display of the gods. We'll say that. I've always seen how all of the, I've seen how the stage performance looked and all of the lights and all of the music, and I've seen how all of this could work together. Today was the first time that I saw the crowd. And it wasn't people in the stands. It was the spirits that lied above them. I'm creating, it's like a home for them. Yeah, it's a place for their ancestors, which are you, the people. But I didn't understand it. I always saw that I was creating something, as far as the church and the communities, I saw it for the people. But today, I saw it was the spirits were in the room. It wasn't what's happening. It was their presence. It was like, fuck, without using goofy movies, and I can't because I have this childlike mind. I'm trying to find something to describe it. It's like in Star Wars, where like they're sitting there and all of the galactic people come together, or it's like, you know, Thor, Love of Thunder or something, and all of the gods come together. It's like that. It's like the whole fucking universe is like there on top of the people. Every like with the Grammy, bro. It's not to be like I'm a Grammy winning. I seen it. I see that I walk up with Prince. That Prince walks me up the stage to accept my Grammy. Are you serious? I seen it, bro. I felt it. It was real. It wasn't imaginary, bro. I couldn't imagine walking. They give you a vision of your life, what it can be. Lewis said when he was 8 years old, he was going to be, you know what I mean, Formula One world champion. He believed him in his vision so much that he convinced his dad, and his dad gave everything into this vision that he saw. All of the prophets saw a vision, you know what I mean? It's like, I saw this happening in my life. You know, you go back to, he just shared it. Fuck is his name? Damn it, Beavis, I'm so bad with names. Ed Sheeran. So that he had wanted to work with Eminem his whole life. He had manifested that his whole life. And he had saw this in his future. Then you go back to my vision board. Yeah, I saw it too. It's really funny. It's like, you know, they show you what your life can be. You don't have to chase it because you know that that's what it's going to be. You just have to take the steps when they open up and still enjoy your life along the way. That's the difference between chasing success and becoming successful. Let's keep going. Hers is the healing sound and the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells us that what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goodness within us. When Bath Kool appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith. We talked about that in all weekend. A more authentic awaken you is coming to life. Paving the way for higher self to manifest typically means, can I stop right there? Bobby, I know you hate your story being told, but I have 82, I think it went up to 84% men. That how many of them are trapped in this committed relationship to a woman that really they can't stand in hopes that they're being a good father? Here comes Michael Jackson. You are not alone. How many of my men have unhealthy relationships, you know, bound to, you know, protect and honor their mothers and are forced to, you know, be the perfect guy, to be the perfect kid? You are not alone. How many of my men are forced to keep going no matter what because they can't lose? They have the whole world looking at them. They can't lose, bro. They can't give up. They can't quit. You are not... Okay, sorry. I love you guys. God told us in the beginning that your stories were going to heal the world. I know you don't like me telling your stories, but I tell your stories with love, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, so that we can teach these 84% of these men that just keep coming in how to overcome what you're still struggling with, and to show them that they are not alone. Kanye's a whole mess, but he's a man of God that's lost just like a whole bunch of other messy men. You guys represent a hurt civilization. My hopes were always to start with you, and I hope that those seeds will grow sooner than later. But through them, through you, and what you've been through, your stories can resonate with these men that I can't. But I can tell the story of the woman on the other side, which can help them gain some peace and understanding and forgiveness too, as you are able to capture. It's working. Just not exactly, we're not in the freedom bus and around the fucking fire making popcorns and singing songs yet. It's not really kumbaya yet, but I couldn't have got here without you. And your stories, your lives, your suffering, your pain, your struggles are what's going to help God change the world. Shadows that you're holding in, we're going to let, when you set yours free. Or if you just keep letting me pour them out. I love you guys. Just had to tell you that you're not alone. And there's going to be a lot of them, just like you, that resonate with all of this. Okay, moving on. Where were we? As a consequence, she is a portent of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage, but brings rich reward on many levels. The Oracle of Bath Kool indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. This may be a voice in your own heart, which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. It may be an intuitive inner knowing to be recognized. It may be a loving and helpful voice, a reliable guide, or a friend whom you know can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation, or even an inkling that a certain happening or sighting are signs from the universe to help you on your path. Bath Kool is a clear voice of communication between humanity and the higher beings. When called upon, she can assist a human to accurately interpret a sign or omen. I can help you with that too. So did Joseph had that too, Isis. We were able to interpret the visions. Why? Because that's what we do all fucking day. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. The oracle also encourages you to practice your power of discernment. Filter ego from heart. What does that mean? They're two different voices. Your thoughts and your feelings. What your heart says and what your mind thinks are two very distinctive voices. You have to learn to sort through them, to hear them. How do you know? Write down your thoughts and then listen to your heart speak. Really? Yeah, you'll see the difference. Your spirit, your mind is all wicked, bro. Fucking wicked. Shit that comes out of that shit. Your heart is all wise and caring and loving and forgiving and understanding. And you'll see it in there. But you have to have that conversation. Many of them, all the time. The heart needs to check in with the mind. Which is what? Your inner child, your ego. We experience a lot of ego deaths. Where you tell the mind no. Not this time. Not no more. We're not doing this anymore. No, but I love him. Nope, not no more. He's a bad guy. No! Yep, I'm gonna keep showing you. No! You have to quit your job now. No! I worked so hard to get this job. Nope, you have to quit the job. No! It's the mind, bro. My mind's telling me no! But your heart's like, dude, you gotta move on. This is some stupid ass shit now. When are you gonna learn your lesson? It's what? Your higher self. It's the universe. It's God. It's any being is trying to fucking get you out of hell, bro. This is bullshit. They're trying to. So there's a difference. But your mind has, it wants to tell you why. Keep listening to it. It will shut up after you actually acknowledge all of it. Really? Yeah. It gets tired of running its mouth. Really? You wouldn't, I swear to you. Start with one question and ask it why. And start writing it down until it has no more whys. And when you get to the very last why, you're like, oh, now I see why. Really? Yes. Wonder why I stopped, Pock. That's not helpful. He looks for any opportunity to butt in on some bullshit. Alright. Just saying. Filter ego from heart. If a point of view lowers your vibration, makes you feel negative about yourself or another, increases your confusion, or makes matters seem more complicated, it is likely to be an ego-driven viewpoint. To consider what you may be able to learn from this viewpoint, you need to settle yourself in a more authentic spiritual ground. Distractions and seek out sacred, quiet spaces where there is room for reflection. Where's that? You need to run away with your feelings. I don't know where that looks like. Usually, I tell you, they're talking about grounding, to go outside. Fuck, I forgot to do this. Guys, I'm sorry. This thing has it set up where I don't see no fucking chats. And if I don't fucking do this every time, then I don't see them. I apologize. Sorry. Okay. So, any place outside is always good for you to sit with your thoughts. Why? Because it's more fluid. They can change by the breeze or a chirp or a stick or anything. Why? You're kind of like a dog. You can be on like thinking and then you hear a noise and you like change your perspective. It's good for you. Alright, so find a sacred space where there's room to reflect. You may wish to have a journal and a pen when you make notes. That's what it is. You have to pour your thoughts out. Otherwise, they're just sitting in your head, running around in circles, and you don't even know, like you can't even focus on not one of them. Alright, here's an invocation for you. I call upon the divine voice of Bath Kool, guardian of luminous communication and clear channel for spiritual truth and healing grace. Please bless them with clarity, according to the highest wisdom and mercy, and in divine timing. May they read the signs and hear the voices of truth louder than all the others. May all beings receive the guidance they need to find happiness and spiritual freedom. When you're ready, place one hand over your heart. Yeah, how are you supposed to write like this? Just kidding. Consciously connecting with your breath. Notice the breath flow in and out. Allow your awareness to connect with your heart. Those are one of those moments. Why did they tell you to always focus on your breathing? Because it's kind of a moment where you realize that you're part of the body but not ruled by it. Have you ever laid... Oh gosh, I'm talking to a bunch of men. Okay, and then you think about Ellie who doesn't swim. Damn it! Okay, I was gonna say if you ever laid in a bath and just sat there breathing, you can hear your lungs fill up and down. You can hear the movement of the water. So maybe if you've ever done that on a beach or in, a lake or something, but they also want you to experience that outside, is where you hear the breath move in and out. How you're part of this breathing organism. Something about it, when you focus on your breath, you realize that you're like part of the body. It's a real grounding experience where you're monitoring your body from the inside. You're part of it again. Okay? Notice your breath flowing in and out. Allow your awareness to connect with your heart. Notice which sensations, feelings, messages, or insights flow as you tune into your heart. That's kind of what I do all day. You're like, what do you do? I sit around breathing. I keep music going. I used to I keep a lot of sounds going, frequencies, but I just breathe, and I see all kinds of shit. I don't write it all down now. I'd be writing forever. I would have carpal tunnel, which I already have. I don't need to do all that. Allow your awareness to connect. Now notice the sensations, feelings, messages, or insights that flow as you tune into your heart. Notice any strengthening of your intuitive awareness over the 3 days that follow this exercise. Be open to your heart and know that this is truth, that its truth will become clear as a perfect timing and in the perfect way. When the time ground yourself and hydrate, you have completed your healing process. So just imagine that just focusing on this and hearing this is an invocation. I did that. I invoked this energy to bring you divine insight. Right? Okay, what are you going to do with that insight? I'm not going to talk about you naive. Not right now. Sorry. Let's stay on track. I'm going to use your authentic voice. The chakra system is built like that. You get divine insight, divine creativity all the time placed into your crown. What blocks your visions is your thoughts. But when you clear your thoughts, you have these great aha moments. You can see clearly now, the bullshit is gone. They come rare for you guys. But when there's no bullshit, I see clearly. I see all kinds of shit. Past, present, and future. Anyways, so you get this vision, right? All visionaries, they say you get a vision. You have to speak it into existence. Right? everything is the breath. God breathed, existence. So you talk about where you talk about this. You start breaking it down with words. Then your heart comes in and starts to start powering it. Your solar plexus gives you the willpower to start taking actions in it. The next two steps are harsh. The solar plexus is, believe it or not, do you believe in yourself? Are you confident enough? Because at this point, nobody believes in this crazy vision that you had. You spoke it, nobody cares. You still have the heart to go towards it. Then it gets to your solar plexus. You're willing to act on this. The only things that can hold you back is your confidence levels, because people are saying you can't do this shit. Fuck them. Next thing that happens are your secrets. Secret fears. Secret fears. Things that you fear will go wrong. Things that keep you from taking risks. What does that have to do with anything? It's your sacral. Punishment. You want to know the truth? What hides in your loins? What fucks up your sacral? Punishment. We hide our father and mother wounds in there. So all of the pain and suffering and punishment that's been put upon us is our secret fears that hold us back. If we can get past those fears, then it's a reality. You're right to your root. You're walking in it. But what stops you all the time is your fears. So one of the hardest things I have manifesting, I can manifest anything, bro. Almost anything. Until it gets to love. What stops? Right there in my sacral. Right there. Well, actually, this would be reality. So it's technically your root. So you could say right here in my sacral, all my secrets come out. Every time I try to manifest a man, I get him that close. I can get him in my DMs. I'm talking to him. It's real. And all my secrets come out. And all my fears come out. And I have to start all over again. Believing in it again. Speaking about it again. Letting my heart feel it again. Having the confidence to do this all over again. Only to be met with more fucking fears. If I finally get to face all the fears, I can make it a reality. But the closer I get, the more fears I face. Same with you. Mine just happened to be sexual. Intimate. And that's what it is. What holds us back from, great leaps. How our parents treated us, how other people treated us. This is the home of intimacy, but it is also the home of creativity. So because I don't use any of this energy, I have no sexual energy, no sexual drive because of the trauma, it's completely turned off, I can create all kinds of shit, bro. I have all that energy built up. This is the home of creativity. It's in your loins. If you're not just over there, and it's made that way because it's an ability to create life. That's where babies are made from. So there's always these cards when you're in the Empress, you're birthing something new. It was a creative idea that I'm bringing into life. There's no more, everything else doesn't stop me. There's no fears that stop my creative ideas. But when it comes to using this energy, how it's supposed to be used with another person, all the fears in the world come out. They all have different blocks. The rest of my chakras, they're pretty good. If you try to get near me in my chastity belt, all my sexual trauma, try to get close to me, it brings out a lot of fears. If you work with me, I can work on it, but it's still, I get right there and I get scared. I either push you away or I run away. That's what happens when I open that fucking box. What's in the box? No, it's happened to me. Don't send me a dick pic. I'm not ready for that. Anyways, see? That's it too. It's all fun and games until it gets real. And I'm like really, really fucking scared. Crazy, right? Welcome. Oh, God. Let's talk about your authentic voice. See, that's it too. It's like, oh man, you're going to hear about all my sexual trauma in there. Along with mommy issues and how terrible the world has been to me and fucking God and all this great shit. It's all in there. You're going to love it. Alright, get you an aquamarine for your authentic voice. My authentic voice is tired, and I haven't even done the Lumerians. Let me breathe. I'm really tired, guys. I don't have much I have to do after this. I felt like I had to do religious studies, but I could do them tomorrow if I wanted. I'm not on anybody's schedule. I just have to push these off my table. We bring you the gift of authentic voice. We want you to know that your own truth and to know your own truth and to speak them in your own way because you have something of value to share. Your inner world, your unique viewpoints, the person that you are. When you speak from your authentic voice, you help others relax, come out of their heads into their hearts, and remember the truth of who they are as well. Well, that's one thing I do. I speak all kinds of shit over here. I was thinking about my earlier video. Did you laugh? There's so many people. They're like, oh my god. I know, right? That's what Twin Flame said before I even started channeling. It's like, I never know what's going to come out of your mouth. It's like, I know, but it's going to be good. That was way before I started channeling. You can hear me. I'll say some shit, and then I start laughing. I was like, man, that was crazy. Let me just stop for a minute. But that's why you guys are all here, because you resonate with my shit. Alright, let's get on with the shit. Your authentic voice doesn't have to sound like the voice of any other. It doesn't need to always be soft, although it is, in its own way, it will always be loving. It's funny because I feel like I have this rough DMX voice, like at least like fucking, what's her fucking face? Joyce Myers, all scratchy and shit. Like that woman from Beetlejuice, you know? Like the lady from Monsters, Inc., you know? Like I really sound like that. I feel like I sound like that. And then I hear my voices and I don't sound so rough on, you know, in the delivery. And it's funny too, because from the inside of my body, I look at myself as a very big girl, but I'm not. My clothes say otherwise. I buy clothes and I'm like, they're too big. I'm really not. I'm in a medium to large. I'm not that big. But I'll be like, I'm larger than life. And yes, it's my voice. I mean, do you like my voice? Dude, there's some weird noises that come out of it. I can do this screeching thing. The fucking, what is it called? The cry of the banshee. It's a scary ass noise. I heard it come out of my mouth. It's scary. There's some other shit too that comes out of my mouth that'd be scary. Just kidding. Alright, no jokes, no jokes. Your authentic voice has a place in this world and has been designed to be a valuable part of the sacred choir of your soul voice, which creates music for the universe. It's exactly what I posted, bro. I'm part of the choirs. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're here supposed to sing God's praises. Praise you, God. Praise you. Yeah, me and my boy band group. I'm trying to get them to tune in. They're the best punchlines, don't they? That's where it comes from. I told you. That's where all of this music comes from. Alright, anyways, where's the choirs? It's down here. I had to ascend and I left the freaking... I left my boy band group. I feel like it's over here. It could be over there. I don't know. We'll pull out the map. But I'm stuck up here with those guys. Melchizedek really wants me to pull out his book. Alright. As you trust your authentic voice, your ability to manifest your divine destiny will grow, and your responsible use of power of your voice will help many. That's me saying no shit that's I don't want to be real. And I can't think no shit that I don't want it to be real. I'm a master alchemist. I have what they call is the elixir of life. I speak it and it becomes. Why? Because I'm all becoming. Really? Yeah, but I know the true power that I yield, so I don't just be fucking creating bullshit out there. I just go with the flow. They're like, if I had those powers, I would create this, that, and the other. Hey, take it easy, playboy. Your authentic voice is like no other, and that is why it can take some time to find it. In a way, it finds you, rising up out of the depths of your being until you release it. Until you realize it's there, being written, spoken, danced, sung, painted, felt, turned into poetry, art, music, color, form, and of course, sound. Your authentic voice is the voice of your soul in a language not limited by words. Hey, I just want to point out, I already knew that this message was being delivered to you by Archangel Michael. And I told you all this. Michael Jackson said, God said, and use your voice. And that's the power of the swords. I am the Queen of Swords because I wield the sword of truth. I speak. All greatness comes from my mouth, and it can be all destructive. I can destroy things with my mouth if I even speak it, bro. And the weather is the scariest one that everyone watches. Watch this. I think the planes was... That was the scariest thing I think ever came out of my mouth. I mean, not to mention that girl falling out of the window. That was pretty bad too. What happened? God said that, you know, if they didn't act right, then they were gonna fucking start, or they were gonna start dropping planes out of the sky, and every day for like, I don't know, 6 weeks. If you remember right, a fucking plane fell out of the sky, one after another, after another, after another, after another, for like 6 fucking weeks. In all history, we've never seen planes fall out of the sky, but they just kept fucking falling out of the sky. Really? Yeah, that one was pretty intense. I told, like, I don't know, it's in last month's video. You have to look at the clip, you can see it, the news clip. I said the day before, I was like, I've seen God throw babies off of walls. The very next day in my building, a child fell from the 7th floor. I thought she died, but she got caught on the 2nd floor. It's a whole fucking story. I didn't realize that when he pissed me off about the weather, and I was like, oh, you want me to send you weather? That it was literally Houston that got hit. I don't know if he drowned. I don't know if he lost his job because of what I did. I had no awareness that my voice was so powerful and it did such things. So I don't speak. That's what I said. It's like, I don't try to speak nothing into fucking existence. Are you serious? Yeah, bro. You can see it in my videos. It's quite terrifying. And that's why people don't fuck with me. They're afraid. It's like a mutant. I'm seeing the mutants. It's like, you know what I mean? They're afraid of their own... You're afraid of your own powers. They're afraid of your powers. They're given to me by God. I don't think you should argue with him. He gave them to me. And I was thinking about the fucking twin flames, right? We were so powerful in other lives. And in this life, he said, no, you'll have to earn your power. He took away all our power. He made us powerless. He made us his children. And the only way to regain our power is to surrender to being nothing more than his children and his messengers. Then we can restore our powers. But otherwise, we're fucking powerless to this bullshit. He took away all our powers, bro. He made us powerless in this life. I've restored most of mine, and I've come to help you restore yours. Great powers you have. The Holy Spirit, bro. The gifts of the Holy Spirit. And that's one of them, the power of discernment, prophecy, and all that. The ability to speak with God directly and the angels, to be guided and all of that. It's all shit Jesus taught you. Oh, Lord. Anyways... Your authentic voice, and that's it. You have to be able to speak it into existence. You have to be able to speak the truth. I spent the first year screaming at these guys, speak the truth. You can also get yourself some throat chakra fucking oil for those of you that are struggling with speaking your fucking truth. It means you just lie. Mr. Plum would lie all the time. I was like, bro, that is a sin. He said, thou shalt not lie. You're lying because you're scared. You're lying because of habit. I don't know why you're lying, but stop lying. Stop lying. It's so stupid. Just stop it. I know you're scared. Just tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'd be scared as fuck. Oh man, I'm seeing when I was a teenager. I didn't sleep with him. He raped me, bro. But my best friend asked me if I slept with him, and I had the memories of the hotel. I couldn't just play hard. I hadn't told anyone what happened. And her friends are in my face, and she's like, I know this is so bad if I tell her the truth. But I have to. I have to take ownership over what she's like, did you sleep with this chick's man? And they're like, I'm like, I don't know, 18, 19, 20. And these women are in their 30s. And one of them is a big old freaking dyke chick. I can't remember her name right now, but she was huge, bro. She was built like the biggest man ever. Like, huge. And I'm like, fuck. And the other one's name was Lisa. And I'm like, yeah. And they got all loud in my face and shit. But they didn't hit me. I just grabbed my shit and walked out. They let me walk out. Thank God. And I was like so overwhelmed by what had happened. But I knew, and there's been so many of those moments in my whole life, that if I say this, but I have to say the truth, bro. Because if I say a lie, bro, I'm in more trouble. And that's what I teach my kids. Bro, just tell me the truth and we'll figure this out. Simple things like when people ask you if you're okay, you lie. If you're hungry, you say no. If you want some, no. Anything, you just lie. You just don't tell the truth. You've been muzzled. You just don't speak up. It speaks in feelings of truth and vision that others can understand at a deep soul level, even if sometimes their minds do not seem to grasp what they are communicating. The authentic voice, the voice of the soul, is a voice of reassurance and encouragement of love. It can be fierce, honest, and stir up a sort of agitation that pushes issues out of the way and allows the spirit to be free to live as it wishes. Now, as I said that, I was thinking about, my direct conversations with God. It's direct. It's real direct, and it's kind of, cutthroat. Straight to the point. And that's how, spirit guides are with me. It's like, Kobe, you want to talk about why you walk out or are always running out of relationships? Ew, that was really harsh. Why you're always quitting? He used the word quitting because he knows I don't like to be a quitter. Who are you calling quitter? Quitter? The fuck? Who quit what? You better quit. All right. Some stupid shit like that. And you know what I mean? Like when I ask direct questions, I get it's very direct. It's not gonna sugarcoat. It's cutthroat. It can be tender and kind, gentle and sensitive. It is just like the divine love that it expressed, not limited to one particular way. And that's where that Kali comes in. No, quit playing around, dude. You gotta move on. And then there's the loving. It's between the warrior, and that's your divine feminine and your divine masculine, working with your inner child, which is nothing more than your ego or your mind. Your heart is pushing you. It's your willpower. But your heart is nourishing you. That's that loving. That's that willpower. It all comes from your heart. None of this is in your mind. If you had mind control over your life and you could make your life better, you would have already thought your way out of this. Well, I think. Who thinks what? Really? That's what you think? I don't think so. As you seek out your authentic voice, you may be inspired by the way other people express their own voices of the soul. That is fine, provided you don't compare yourself with them. If you compare yourself to others and feel that your voice is not as powerful or loving or wise or somehow not enough, stop immediately. That's where the doppelgangers come in, and they come repeating all my shit. Your truths are your own. You have been creating according to a divine design, and you are meant to be that you are meant to be. That includes your voice. Every voice is meant to be different. There is no choir if there is only one sound. The richness of the choir and it's kind of funny that they say this because I don't know where I fit in with these guys as far as singing. I figured I'd always just write for them. I would just always, I didn't see that. I don't see myself with you guys, like, I don't. Maybe there's some healing. Why, do you think you're not good enough? No, I just didn't see myself recording with you guys. Isn't that weird? Especially this far in the game, huh? I don't see myself recording. I see us sitting around and me inspiring you to write music, but I don't see me recording and dropping music with you or doing fucking videos or any of that shit. I'm like the conductor, the orchestration of it. I don't see that, guys. I didn't see that with you, Marshall, that we make music together like that. None of you. I see you guys collaborating and making unbelievable music all together, but I don't see myself on it. Why? See what I mean? We'll work on that. Sometimes even an inner... where was I on that one? Not everybody's voice sounds the same. Oh, yeah. If you've had fear of speaking up, of being judged or ridiculed for your authentic voice, if you've been shamed through the creative endeavor, or had your feelings, dreams, or visions scoffed at, dismissed by another, then this oracle brings you a particular message. Your voice of the soul is never truly silenced. It never dies. You might turn away from it out of fear of future pain, but in time you will realize there is nothing that can harm this authentic voice of yours. And that's it too, is when you're not listening to your heart because you're afraid. You're afraid to do what it says. If you trust it, it'll be okay. It is resilient, strong, creative, and very, very powerful. It is the divine light in you that transforms into sound and creation. It cannot help but want to be what it is, a divine impulse yearning for expression. It is safe to let it rise up again and be heard. It can be heard by other souls in many ways, sometimes even on the inner planes, as though you are speaking your love directly into the hearts of those willing to receive your guidance, even if you've never met them in person. That's how I talk to you guys. I'm not talking to anyone directly. I'm talking to everyone from my heart and to your hearts. I hope your minds get in the way. The Oracle also brings you a message that there is more to your authentic voice than you have discovered yet. There is more that within you to be expressed, and you're going to enjoy that discovery. You may be startled at times, but by exactly what your voice of the soul expresses. But you will feel safe in knowledge that when you are speaking your truth, you are expressing yourself from a place of soul, from a place of love, even if the message you are delivering is something that isn't easy to say or for another to hear. Remember that when you speak your authentic voice of your soul, you are allowing the love of the divine to speak through you. Trust in that and set your voice free. That was my higher self and guides and God trying to get my inner child to get away from Morgan. I had to talk myself through it, and I was afraid of it, and I didn't want to face it, but my higher self knew. What happened? I had hoped the best. I started to wonder, so I asked staff this morning if they had seen her, because she always walks her dog at like fucking creepy hours. Why? Because she's got a big dog and he's got to take shit first thing in the morning. And they said they saw her this morning, so I was like, well, that's a relief. Maybe she was sleeping it off all day and I didn't see her. At least she's here. That's what I thought. But then, fucking Diana said she saw her leaving today in the fastest of hurries. She's like, we gotta go, we don't have time. So I felt like my spirit was like, she was trying to hurry up and not be seen by you. Which, you know, whatever the case may be, it's like, I'm always gonna worry about her, but my higher self knew that I needed to back up because this is gonna be an emotional roller coaster that I don't need to be part of. And that's why I was going to pull out Queen Maeve, because as soon as I got that book about Queen Maeve and addictions, she spun out into hers. And it's sad. And that's what it is. It's not the first person I've seen, and it's not the first person I've lost. In essence, you know, I lost both of my ex-husbands and all of my family members, and a lot of friends, my music, everything, to drugs and alcohol, where I drove that line in the fucking ground and I don't cross it. They can come over onto my side and be clean, but the truth is they don't have clean behavior, so they can't ever maintain my side for very long. It's just a mask that they put on. It sucks. And that's your higher self, dude. It's always telling you when it's time to move on, bro. It's like you can do no more. All that's gonna happen, no good can come from this. You gotta move on. It's time to. You know, I'm looking at that job. I wanted that job to work, guys. I thought I was just being a cunt. I really wanted that job to work. But I told you, listen to it. There was criminal activity and drug use. The chick was a fucking tweaker. She was getting high at the job site. She had other people that were fucking getting high at the job site. I couldn't deal with it, bro. And even though they offered fucking housing, then I'm like, no, me and my kids aren't going to live around drug addicts. I want to help you, but I don't want to get hurt helping you. I was you. And I understand this, bro. I understand this too well. I kept forgiving my drug addict family members and lovers and friends in the hopes that they would get well. But all that happened is I got hurt over and over and over and over again. My ex-husband, the first one, again, he sent me that fucking message drunk. Guaranteed. He had to be fucking drunk to be fucking brave enough to send me a message instead of telling my son to tell me hi, respectfully, like he typically does. Tell your mom I said hi. That's usually how that goes. I'm like, okay, end of conversation. But he had to be drunk. And that's the other ex-husband, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck what you're on or what you ain't on and what's it being put in you. I can't. And that's the Holy Spirit. It tells you, bro, alright, it's time to walk away. And it kills you. It kills your ego. You know that this is going to hurt you. This is going to be all bad. You don't want to deal with this. You'd rather just keep it the way it is and keep things quiet and just kind of, deal with it. Nope, I'm not dealing with this no more. Delivering is something that isn't, even if the message you are delivering isn't something that is easy to say for another to hear. Remember that when you speak your authentic voice of the soul, you are allowing the love of the divine to speak through you. Trust in it and set your voice free. Hey bro, when I end up in your guys' DMs and shit like that, you have to know I had to fight all fears to fucking face you and deliver this fucking message. I think that's the last thing I said to fucking one of my twin flames. I was like, when are you going to realize that this is totally a spiritual connection? At what point are you going to realize that this is not of this world, dipshit? Idiot. They all are, aren't they? To integrate the guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I'm going to pray for you, and we're going to leave on this note. I'm tired. I call upon the crystal angel of aquamarine and angel Bath Kool, who loves us unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing gift of authentic voice. We allow the unconditional love of the divine through our voice of the soul and deliver its message of love in whatever way serves the greater good. We know that when the divine is expressing itself through us, because we feel the authenticity of our voice in that moment. When what we speak, express, sing, write, share, or feel resonates at a deep level of truth for us, our expression is sacred and divine. We now dictate our voice to the service of the divine. We release any fear of expression and the need to be understood or validated by others. Instead, we accept the beauty of our own authentic voice. Through divine grace and our own free will, so be it. As I read that, when I started my music career, everyone would ask me the same question. Singer, or are you a rapper? I didn't feel like I was a singer, and I didn't feel like I was a rapper, but I said it in the last week, I'm a rapper. It's funny because in the beginning of this awakening, at the top of Mother Cabrini Shrine, Jesus Christ asked me to sing his Father's praises, to sing gospel music at the top of that fucking mountain with all these fucking strangers up there. It's like a fucking 40-foot fucking statue of Jesus on the top of Mother Cabrini Shrine. I just went through my awakening. I just had a conversation with Archangel Gabriel that I don't even know is happening. All these things are happening to me. And as I get up there and I'm looking at a statue of Jesus, my heart is telling me, sing my Father's praises. I can't do that. He's like, are you a singer or are you not? Sing my Father's praises. And I tell the story. I put my hoodie over my head like Eminem, and I put my headphones on, and I hit the music, and I start singing, "How great is our God." And I have this feeling of I always think about it. Whose hand was upon my arm when I started singing? And then I look, and I realized there's all these strangers, and it was the most heart-wrenching, scary moment of my life. But it was Jesus himself that said, "Sing my praises." I'm scared. He said, "Aren't you a singer? By this time I'm about to release my album." He says, "Own it. Sing for me. Sing for God." I'm hearing that song. So I do it, and it's such a scary moment. But at that moment I realized I am a singer. Then Nipsey pushes me. He said, "Look, see? Your dream's fulfilled. You always wanted to perform on Red Rocks. It's done." Well, I thought it'd be better than that. It was so scary. It was so scary for me. It was a bunch of fucking people, at least 100 on that time, just filled. And then you think about, you know what I mean, God putting me in front of the Broncos Stadium, 70,000 people. Pray to me in front of everyone. Show them what you are. I'm scared, God. I took a bunch of mushrooms and we did it. I mean, he wants you to be brave. He wants you, you know what I mean? I'm seeing Moses. Fuck, there's a hard one. That's a hard one. Save my people. Oh, God. They're not going to listen to me, God. I'll tell you what to say. Oh, God. And then I end up in your DMs. Hey, the Holy Spirit, God sent me to you. Oh, God, this is not going well. Okay. Anyways, I'm a messenger of God. I'm the all-seeing oracle. He shows me all the shit and I tell you what I see. And when I see some shit, come here. Alright, anyways, that's what it is. So in the beginning, I wasn't sure of myself. But you heard me say that I'm a rapper. And I am a singer. And I can do both. And it's not one or the other. And that's why people have a hard time genre blending. I came out blending genres. And that's why I was such a threat. Marshall can rap and rap and rap and rap and rap. But he can't make hooks. And that's what I do first. I make amazing hooks. But in a rap form, with melodies. And my raps don't sound like raps, they sound like singing. But I don't know how to hold the fucking note too well. It all just needed a better delivery. It was unbelievable. Nobody's seen anything like it. I didn't know what it was. And nobody else did either. And it couldn't be categorized. I was like, maybe this is porn music. It's a funny thing. When you go to label your music, it's a funny thing. Anyways, I just want to point that out. And they said this right here. It's like, I'm going to say this again. There's no choir if there is only one sound. The richness of the choir and the fullness of the sound comes from many voices combined. And then I'm hearing, you know, from Sister Act, when she got them all to put together the music and it sounded delicious. They liked it because it was fruitful and it wasn't secular. We're going to do that, dude. We're going to bring back soul food, bro. These rappers and singers, Ali, fucking Justin Bieber, Daddy Yankee, you guys have no idea, bro, how many, God built such a fucking army. This boy band group, man, these boys, they're gonna be banned. If you wish to further integrate your guidance, hold, and there's no chicks. No chicks? I mean, they haven't really stood up to the, I mean, who? Who are you going to bring? Kalani? She obviously didn't work for all of you. Nicki Minaj, I mean, seriously.
Why is every man obsessed with Megan Fox? She ain't even that bad.
Dude, she has mental issues. That's why. If you wish to further integrate, she's already been in my teachings a lot. If you wish to further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card with the mandala facing inwards, resting on your throat chakra. Alright, I'm going to charge this bad boy up with the last bit of breath I got. What does that mean? It means just, I explained this in my last reading. You're going to focus on the stone when I'm done. The thymus chakra. The upper half of your chest, between your heart and your throat. Alright, see, that's in the front. If there was a chakra, my Palladian chakra is on the back side, back part of my back, between my heart and my throat. What's that chakra? Just saying. Alright. I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any fear of my voice, any memory of shame, judgment, ridicule, embarrassment, or suffering connected with my self-expression and authentic voice. May all beings be restored to their divine birthright of freedom to express their authentic voice as part of sacred choir of souls. Through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. Focus right there. You are free to express your authentic truth, to liberate the voice of your soul with love. Your authentic voice can be heard by all those who are meant to help you, as the divine wishes to be, in service of the great plan and love unfolding on the earth. All right, and let's see. Here's another one. This one you're supposed to put your hands together in prayer and put it in there. Divine love speaks through authentic voice of every soul. May this divine voice of love be felt and heard in the hearts of all divine beings according to divine compassion. So be it. Why did it have two? Because your hands are connected to your throat chakra. So you charge it on your throat chakra, but then you take that charge and you run it through your hands. That's why they always show them like this in prayer, right? They show them their hands are in prayer in front of their heart. It's running, it's circulating perfectly. That's why when people piss you off, you give them the finger. They know what that means. It's a form of expression, language. All right. You can finish your healing process with this affirmation. Your authentic voice is a unique and beautiful expression of divine love. I express my authentic voice freely, openly, and with great joy. All that can benefit from my authentic voice, hear it through divine grace. That's what God brought all of you guys here. He said that you were going to be able to, this would be good for you to listen to me. I hope you're hearing it. Again, I deliver it in a whole different way. And that's probably why they didn't want me to start with religious studies right away, because they're going to offend you too fast. Let's take it slow on the offensive line here, right? So, again, that's how I was guided to do this teaching. I have a Lumerian card, but I can't. So we're going to save that for tomorrow. I can do stuff like that in the Monday energy. And I feel like our 10-day energy is shifting. What do you guys think? Is it time? Should I look at the fucking calendar? I feel like it's shifting. What was this? 17. My cards are all fucked off. 18, 17. Okay, we got them in order now. Welcome, new people. I'm here to help you feel the same around here. We're going through energies. If you stay around long enough, you'll see the same energy in a year's time. But we're going through time. Or time's moving through us if you allow it to go with the flow. I'm trying to think what we got out of this. We got out of all of this was shit. Facing your fears and walking in your heart's voice is what this was all about. Is honoring the voice of your heart. And, you know what I mean, what that looks like to the mind. At this point, I'm trying to, just figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to label this as. So, recap, what were we talking about? Because, again, I just still deliver the message, and then I look back and, what the fuck did we just talk about for an hour? You know, I'm tired. Well, we're talking about the opening of your throat chakra and your heart chakra, which makes sense because we just came from your solar plexus. Moving on up, and the visions would be your third eye. And where does that come from? Your fucking crown chakra. So we're moving through the chakra system. Say chakras with me. It's a fun word. Chakras. Chocolates. Chocolate? Did you say chocolate? Hey, I gave you some movies, some music, some guidance. I think I'm burnt out. Unless they try to light me up with some more shit. It's still early enough. They could put a late night reading in on me. Hopefully not. But if you're late night and it's thirsty, then they've got the living water. Holy Spirit's funny. Hey, I love you guys, people. Welcome to the Grand Awakening. Wake up, wake up. I'll see you tomorrow. Later, haters.